Today, I put LeBron James in the 1985 NBA draft to see if he could survive Michael Jordan's era. Of course, Jordan was drafted a year prior to this in '84, so LeBron is going to have an opportunity to compete against him for years to come. James is going to come into the league at 18 years old, and we'll see who lands the #1 overall pick, because I'm assuming LeBron is going to go first overall. And it looks like the Phoenix Suns are going to be picking at #1. And they're going to take Karl Malone. I thought LeBron was a lock to go 1. At 2, the Hawks select LeBron James. That means that LeBron will be teaming up with Dominique Wilkins. And I'm going to slide Dominique over to the 2 so that way both him and LeBron James can be in the starting lineup. And now we can get into season #1, LeBron James's rookie year. Season #1 is wrapped, and it looks like LeBron James is having no problem adjusting to the old school NBA. He ended up putting up 28 points a night to go with 6 boards and 6 assists. He also averaged 2 steals and 2 blocks, but oh my goodness, he shot 9% from 3. 2 of 23. Okay, he didn't take a ton of threes, but he couldn't throw a rock in the ocean from behind the arc. Also, why do they have Bron wearing number 24? You aren't Kobe. I'll have to change that in just a second. But for now, LeBron was named to All-NBA First Team. What a start to his career. Oh, number 23 is taken in Atlanta. So we'll just have him wear number 6. Also, I didn't even think to check the all-defensive teams. LeBron made all-defensive first team in his rookie year as well. And the Atlanta Hawks won 60 games in LeBron's rookie year. They were the #1 seed. Mike's Bulls were the worst team in the East. It looks like so far LeBron is thriving in this era, but he's going to have a test coming up in the NBA playoffs. He was great in the regular season, but can he do it on the big stage? Well, in round #1, it sure looks like it. We easily get past the Washington Bullets, and LeBron James averaged 31 a night through the first 4 games of the playoffs. In round #2, it's going to be the Detroit Pistons, and we take care of them in 6. So we're already in the conference finals in year #1 for Bron, and we'll be taking on Bird and the Boston Celtics. This is a tough team for sure, but we do have Dominique Wilkins on the squad to help out Bron. We're going to need a lot from our duo of James and Wilkins, and it looks like so far they're doing great. We're up 2-1 in the series. We're going to take a 3-1 lead, and we are in the NBA Finals. And in the finals, we've got the Los Angeles Lakers with Magic, Worthy, Kareem, Byron Scott, Jamal Wilkes. This is an incredible team, a bunch of all-time greats. This is LeBron's toughest test yet. Game #1 of the series goes to LA. They'll also take game 2 and game 3. So despite making the finals in year #1, LeBron will get swept by the Los Angeles Lakers as Magic averages a triple-double. Overall, though, it was a really good playoff run for James. The Hawks just didn't have enough to get past a great Lakers squad in the NBA Finals. But I would say making the finals in year #1 of your NBA career is a great way to get it started. And with Kevin Willis improving, Dominique Wilkins in the midst of his prime, and LeBron James coming off of an All-NBA First Team rookie year, the sky is the limit for this team headed into year #2. Season #2 is wrapped. Larry Legendary wins MVP. And LeBron was on All-NBA First Team once again. Michael Jordan was here as well. And LeBron made All-Defensive First Team alongside MJ. LeBron put up pretty similar numbers to year #1, a little bit more assists, better efficiency, but also a little less scoring. And the Atlanta Hawks were great once again, 53 wins. We weren't the 1 seed this time, but I don't mind that because we're gonna get a round 1 battle against Michael Jordan. Here we go. LeBron versus Jordan in the NBA playoffs. Game #1 of the series goes to us. The Bulls will take game 2. We're going to win game 3, but the Bulls take game 4. And remember, these series back in the 1980s were first to 3 wins in round #1. So this is the equivalent of a game 7 in today's NBA. We've got a winner go home situation, LeBron versus Jordan, and it looks like this one might just come down to the wire. We've got a 6-point game here with 1:25 to go. Chicago has outscored the Atlanta Hawks by quite a few points in the fourth quarter. I think it was 21-13. So if you're Atlanta, you don't want to give Chicago any more momentum. The ball is going to go into Woolridge. Woolridge going to the basket on James, steps back and gets the tough midi to go. All right, LeBron, your Atlanta Hawks need a bucket. The Bulls have a lot of momentum right now. James working his way to the basket here. Good defense from Woolridge, and James steps out of bounds. Now, currently, Michael Jordan is not in the game for Chicago. I'm not sure why he fouled out. Bron, if you blow this one, it's going to be a bad look on you. Mike is not even in the game. He's watching from the bench. He fouled out. Woolridge has the ball. He's going to get the screen. Working on James once again. He swings it over to Eves. Eves going to ball fake, and he gets the screen. And now Eves pulls a mid-range. He misses. It's rebounded by Bowie. Bowie gives it up to Doc Rivers, coaching legend. And now it's going to go to LeBron James. James gonna find Willis. Now it goes to Wilkins, and the Hawks choose to foul. Or sorry, Chicago chose to foul. Dominique Wilkins misses the first free throw. Second one for Wilkins is good. So your Atlanta Hawks are sitting on a 5-point lead here with 37 seconds to go. Now this is not an era that thrived on 3-point shooting, but if you're Chicago, I'd think you want to go for a 3 here. Bill Walton gives it into Watley. Watley over to Woolridge. Woolridge gonna get the screen from Walton here. Had some room on the 3-point line, but didn't take it. They're going to the post. That's a tough shot. And Kevin Willis grabs the rebound. I think that will do it. So the Chicago Bulls end up losing here. Michael Jordan had to watch from the bench as his team couldn't get any offense going at the end of the game. And LeBron James and the Atlanta Hawks will get the win. They're advancing to the second round. Hopefully we can see a lot more matchups from Bron and Mike in this video. In round number 2, Atlanta's going to be taking on the Pistons, the bad boys. Last year, the Hawks were able to take care of Detroit, but it looks like this year the Pistons are coming back for revenge. Atlanta ends up losing in 5 to Detroit, and LeBron's playoff run is over. Over 30 PPG in this one, over 8 assists tonight. A great run for James, but it ends in the second round. 2 years into LeBron's NBA career in the 1980s, and he doesn't have any championships, but I think you'd expect that. His team was just in the draft lottery not too long ago, and with this duo of Wilkins and LeBron, I think that we can get a lot done. Plus, we've got a lot of good role players around them. We just picked up Johnny Moore for the squad. He should come in and be a good point guard for us. That means Doc Rivers is going to move to the bench. I really like the squad we're working with here. I think that we can make some noise headed into season number 3. Year 3 is wrapped, and LeBron James made a statement. 31 points per game, 7 boards, 7 assists, and the league MVP. Mike won the DPOY, but LeBron was on all defensive first team, and his Atlanta Hawks won 56 games. Back to the 1 seed in the East for Atlanta. In round number 1, we're going to be taking on Milwaukee. We beat them in 4. Round 2, it's going to be Detroit, and we're down 3-1. Yeah, man, the Pistons might just be Bron's kryptonite. I mean, James did all he could. 34 points per game throughout these playoffs, but it wasn't enough. And check out who's in the conference finals. It's Michael Jordan, looking to make a finals appearance here. And Jordan's going to do it. Chicago's taking on LA in the finals, but Jordan did end up losing in 6, so both Bron and Mike have gone down to the Lakers in the finals. Headed into year number 4, I think LeBron's got something to prove. We've made the playoffs every single season and been a top seed in the Eastern Conference. But despite that, we've been unable to win an NBA championship. And some of that was maybe just because LeBron was a younger player in this league. But he was the league MVP last year. I think that it's his time to win that Larry O'Brien. I think he needs to do it soon. You can't be a top seed every year and just lose in the playoffs. Another season in the books and another MVP for LeBron James. LeBron was also on all defensive first team, and the Atlanta Hawks were the 3 seed with 52 wins. In round number 1, we're going to be taking on New Jersey. Not a crazy squad, but we are going to be headed to a winner go home game 5 against the Nets, so let's get in the Simcast. Uh-oh, LeBron, it's not looking good. Yeah, it looks like the Atlanta Hawks are going to take the L. LeBron tried, so did Dominique Wilkins. Man, Dominique was hooping in round 1, so was Bron, but they just just couldn't get the job done. So far, both Bron and Mike are ringless, but we'll see if that can change for James or Jordan in this upcoming season. 3 MVPs in a row for LeBron James. And again, LeBron made first team. Hakeem's been getting a lot of DPOYs though. 53 wins on the season for Atlanta, again making us one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. And we take care of the Cleveland Cavaliers in 4. Round 2 is going to be Detroit, and we'll beat them in 6. So we make the conference finals, where we'll be taking on Philly, led by Charles Barkley. Barkley just took down Mike. Game number 1 of the series goes to the Sixers. We're going to take game 2 and game 3, but they win game 4, setting up a big game 5 with the series all tied up. And it looks like this game 5 is coming down to the wire. With about 2 minutes to go, the Atlanta Hawks are up by 2 and they have possession of the ball. Doc Rivers setting it up for Atlanta here. Rivers going to swing it over to Wilkins. Wilkins going to dump it down to James in the post. James with the mismatch. Barkley brings the help. James swings it to Willis. Now it goes back to Doc. Not much time left for Rivers. He pulls a fading mid-range and misses it. The round mound to rebound grabs the board, and now it goes up to Long. Long pulls the mid-range and knocks it down. We are all tied up here with about 1:30 left in the game. LeBron James bringing it up here for Atlanta. James is going to get the screen up top and attack the basket. He finds Lagarde. Lagarde over to Rivers. Rivers backing down his man. Not much time left on the shot clock. It goes back to James. James gets ripped. Rivers recovers, puts up the floater, and gets it to go. That was a tough shot from Doc Rivers. Big play to give the Hawks a 2-point lead. Now Mo Cheeks is looking for an answer. Cheeks gets it poked away by Doc. Doc Rivers coming through in a big way in the clutch for the Atlanta Hawks. Never mind. Why would he lob that up? Charles Barkley intercepts it. He was playing safety there. And now Long turns it over. What is going on? Dominique Wilkins has it. Wilkins spins. He's in the paint. Gives it to Willis. Now it goes back to Rivers. Rivers going to get the screen here. Dump it down to Lagarde. Lagarde's layup is off. It's rebounded by Philly. Sixers still only down by 2. Johnson attacking the basket here. Johnson trying to go up with the layup. That's a tough shot. James grabs the rebound. Now LeBron is moving in transition. He's going to slow things down. James gives it over to Rivers. Doc gonna dump it down to Willis in the post. Oh, that's easy work for Kevin Willis. And now the Atlanta Hawks have a 4-point lead. As long as the Hawks don't give up a bucket here, they should be in business and win this game 5. Long has it. He swings it to Johnson. Now it goes to Cheeks. Cheeks back to Johnson. And Johnson gets it ripped away. Oh my goodness. The ball was not under control from either one of these teams. I feel like we saw a lot of turnovers, loose balls, and all that. And despite Charles Barkley's best efforts, the Philadelphia 76ers are going to lose. LeBron James puts up 36 points in this one, and the Hawks just need one more win, and they'll be back in the NBA Finals. And it looks like the Atlanta Hawks are going to punch their ticket to the finals. James, 38, 10, and 10 to help his Hawks advance. And in the finals, we got the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, I don't think this Kings team stands a chance. Game 1 of the series goes to Atlanta. Kings will take game 2 and 3 and 4. Oh my goodness, the Kings take us down in 5 games. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Bron, that loss is a bad look. I understood the loss when it was against the Lakers. That team was pretty crazy. But you had Dominique Wilkins on your side and still lost in the finals. Come on now. LeBron is now 0-2 in the NBA Finals so far. He's been dominant in the regular season, put up big numbers in the playoffs, but when it comes down to it, he's been unable to win a championship in his 5-season career. But maybe that'll change as we head into year 6. Season is wrapped and LeBron's MVP streak is over. D-Rob is going to win it this season. LeBron does win DPOY, but this year was bad for your Atlanta Hawks. 33 wins on the year. We still got Bron, Dominique, Kevin Willis, all our guys, but we were just really bad. I don't know what happened. 33 wins is tragic. Maybe there needs to be some changes in Atlanta because clearly something isn't working. Hopefully we can bounce back this year though. Another season in the books and D-Rob takes home MVP once again. LeBron is named DPOY for the 2nd year in a row. James was also on first team. And the Hawks were a little better. They at least made the playoffs with 43 wins, but Mike's Bulls were way better. They were the 2nd seed. Oh, that means means we're going to be facing them in round 1. I didn't even connect the dots. But here we go. Bron versus Jordan for the second time in this video. Game number 1 in the series goes to the Hawks. They'll also take game 2. Oh my goodness, Mike. That's not a good look. You were the higher seed and got swept by LeBron James. Headed into round number 2, it's going to be the Washington Bullets. Yeah, this team doesn't even compare to Mike's Bulls. But we're getting absolutely cooked by this Bullets team so far, unless we're going to come back from down 3-1. All right, Bron, just one more win and you'll advance to the conference finals, completing this 3-1 comeback. And it looks like game 7 is going to come down to the wire, so we might as well jump in. Vlade Divac gives it into Ron Harper. Harper is going to get the screen. He dumps it down to Coleman. Derek Coleman going to work in the post. Great defense there. Now it's going to go over to Xavier McDaniel. The high arcing jumper is good. Man, he threw that thing up to the moon. And now the Washington Bullets are within 2 points. Doc Rivers is going to get the screen from Willis. He's looking for somebody. He finds Wilkins. Wilkins is blocked on his mid-range jumper, but he does retrieve the ball and give it back to Doc Rivers. Now it goes to LeBron James. James trying to put up some awkward little shot, a floater that goes up to the moon, and it's good. Oh my goodness, LeBron. What's going on in this game? Xavier McDaniel threw up that weird shot that went in. Then LeBron was like, all right, I'm going to throw up one of these pregame Curry floaters, and boom, it went in. Now, Washington is still within 4. They've definitely got a chance. They just need a bucket here. Ron Harper trying to set something up. Harper's going to get it down to Coleman in the post. Coleman working on Willis, spins and misses the layup. Great defense from Kevin Willis. And now Washington's going to intentionally foul. We got this one. We're moving on to the conference finals. LeBron James, 39 points in game 7. And next up, we got the Sixers. Bron versus the round mound to rebound once again. Game 1 of the series goes to Philly. They also take game 2. Oh, Bron, you're cooked. He got swept. And the Suns went on to win the chip. The Admiral wins finals MVP. Man, there were a lot of cool nicknames back in this era, but LeBron James ends up losing in the conference finals this year. Another good playoff effort, but still no rings 7 years in. Maybe Steve Smith is here to save the day. He went up 4 overalls after his rookie season. We could use the help for sure. We have been bad as a regular season team these past couple years. Let's get into another season. D-Rob is going crazy in this video. They might as well rename the DPOY to the LeBron James Award. That's what, 3 in a row? Bron also did make first team, but the Hawks sucked. 34 wins. We're going to be in the draft lottery this year. Meanwhile, Chicago made the finals, and Jordan won finals MVP. But guess what? It was in a losing effort. Chicago lost in game 7, but Mike was just that dominant that they had to give him the award. Jordan was so close to winning a chip before LeBron James. And at this point, I feel like it's important to note that both LeBron James and Dominique Wilkins are headed into the final years of their contracts. The team's been struggling lately, so maybe LeBron or Dominique decide to leave the squad. We'll have to see. Another season in the books and another MVP for D-Rob. LeBron James wins DPOY once again. He's on first team as usual, and his Hawks are bad as usual. 41 wins. We went on a 6-game win streak to close out the year, which is probably what got us into the playoffs. But I mean, are we going to be able to make a substantial run after literally being the definition of mid at 41-41? I'm not so sure. We'll see how round 1 goes. We're headed to a game 5 where it's win or go home, and we actually do win. And after that dub, we've got LeBron versus Mike once again. The Bulls picked up Isaiah Thomas. That's hilarious. Game 1 of the series goes to us. We also take game 2. Bulls will win game 3, but we take game 4. Man, LeBron's got Mike's number, and he's moving on to the conference finals where he'll be taking on Charles Barkley and the Sixers. Game 1 of the series goes to Philly. Hawks will take game 2 and 3. Sixers will win game 4, setting up a big game 5 with the series all tied up. And this game 5 is coming down to the wire with a minute 22 to go here. We are up by 3 points and have possession of the ball. But all it takes is a stop and a bucket, and the Sixers will really make things interesting. The ball is going to go into Dominique Wilkins. Wilkins going to the basket here. He said, get out my way, but then he got packed. Now Cedric Ceballos has the ball. He gives it over to Johnson. Johnson is looking for Barkley in the post. He finds him. Barkley going to work on the post up, fades away and knocks it down. That was smooth. And just like that, we've got a 1-point game here. Dominique Wilkins is bringing it up for Atlanta. They got Bron in the corner. Wilkins spins, goes to the basket, and gets the layup to go. We'll see if the Sixers have an answer for that Wilkins bucket. Anderson gonna give it down to Barkley. Barkley gonna fade away once again, and it's money. The mid-range game looking beautiful for Charles Barkley. And now the Hawks are going to Wilkins. Wilkins over to Smith for a 3-ball. It's in and out. Barkley grabs the rebound, and the Sixers have a chance to take the lead. Barkley over to Johnson. Johnson probably trying to set something up for Charles again. Yep, they're going right to him. He's been hot in the clutch. Barkley passes out of the shot, gives it over to Ceballos. Now it goes to Tucker. Tucker over to Anderson, back to Ceballos, over to Tucker, back to Anderson. Anderson to Johnson, last second shot. He misses. It's rebounded by Atlanta, and now the Sixers will send Wilkins to the foul line. First one for Dominique is good. Second one for Dominique is also good. So now Philadelphia needs a 3-ball to tie this game up and force overtime. Anderson is inbounding. He's going to give it into Tucker. Tucker fakes, pulls the 3, and knocks it down. Now Atlanta does have time to try and answer. 4.1 seconds to go here. We're all tied up. Hawks are going to give it into Smith for the last shot. Smith puts up the layup and misses. I don't know why we didn't go to James or Wilkins for that final shot. But now we've got more basketball. Overtime's coming up. And I simulated too far in overtime. Now all we need is some LeBron free throws, and we should be able to seal the deal. First one for James is good. That should do it. We win the big game 5. LeBron had 40, 20, and 10. Oh my gosh. And now we just need one more win and we'll be in the NBA Finals. And it looks like in Game 6 we'll manage the win. And in the Finals we got the Clippers, who have Pat Ewing, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, and Kenny Anderson. Game 1 of the series goes to us. Game 2 will go to the Clippers. Hawks win Game 3. Clippers win Game 4, setting up a big Game 5 with the series all tied up. We're of course going to jump in the Simcast. And in this one, it's going to be the Atlanta Hawks with the win. LeBron has been dominant in these playoffs, coming up big in these huge games. Oh my goodness, 22 free throws, the foul merchant. But we got the win nonetheless. And now we just need the Game 6 dub for LeBron to claim his first NBA title. We've just got to close it out here in this final game and we'll be champions. Up by 1 and we have possession of the ball. A little over 30 seconds to go. It's going to go to Smith for a 3-ball. He knocks it down. Huge shot there. Now the Hawks are going to have to get this win without James as he's fouled out. Do the Clippers have an answer here? Their season is on the line. Anderson pulls a 3 and knocks it down. Bad defense from us. And now the Clippers are going to run a full court press. Doc Rivers has some room. Just take the layup. Go. I get it. You want to waste time, but that's a free layup. Doc Rivers gonna dump it down to Dominique Wilkins. Wilkins puts up the layup. That's bully ball, and we're up by 3. 16 seconds to go here. It's simple math. Don't let up a 3-pointer. Perkins gives it into Anderson. Anderson is gonna give it over to Nance. They're going to the post, and Nance misses the shot. That'll do it. Your Atlanta Hawks are NBA champions. Dominique Wilkins 43, LeBron 29. I wonder who will win the finals MVP. It's gonna be LeBron. He averaged 39 and 8 in these finals, and he wins his first championship in year number 9 at 27 years old. And also, during last season, LeBron and Dominique Wilkins signed extensions to stay with the Atlanta Hawks, so they will be with the team for the foreseeable future. It's important to note though that Dominique Wilkins is 34 years old. So LeBron, if you want to add some more rings to that resume, you need to do it sooner rather than later because Wilkins is getting older. Anyway, let's get into another season and see if the Hawks can go back to back. The season is wrapped and we're not on the award screen because bro, my monitor, my PS5, my everything was bugging, so unfortunately I skipped right by the awards. But LeBron James did end up winning the most valuable player award this year, and he won the defensive player of the year. Also, the Atlanta Hawks were the number 1 seed. The East was pretty weak, so 48 wins earned them the first spot. And in round number 1, we're going to be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. We got cooked. Solid playoff effort for LeBron James, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. And also, look at the stats for this previous season. The scoring was way down. I mean, he did still win MVP, but just something to note as we move forward, I guess. And with Dominique Wilkins getting older, it's only going to get tougher from here for LeBron James. And also, next offseason, Kobe Bryant will be entering the league in the 96 draft, so LeBron's going to have another guy who he can compete with in the league. Another season in the books. Shaq wins MVP this time. LeBron was DPOY, but man, it got tragic in Atlanta. 28 wins on the season. Wait, that means we might be able to draft Kobe. I'm not trying to get y'all's hopes up, but there's a chance. Time for the draft lottery. We have the 4th best odds at number 1. Come on, give us some good luck. We're picking it too? Please tell me the Portland Trail Blazers are going to be stupid and pass up on Kobe. I mean, we could also get AI, which would be awesome as well. But come on, I'd love to have Kobe on the team. The Blazers took him. At 2, hopefully we get AI. We're trading it? Oh yeah, this is only one of the greatest drafts ever. And we traded our pick and a future first for Richard Anderson and Drazen Petrovic. Drazen Petrovic was a really good player. I don't know who that Richard dude was. But I mean, Drazen is 31 years old. Richard is 35. You've got to be kidding me. That was our chance to get a guy who could have helped us for years to come. But instead, we traded that pick and another pick, and there's no guarantee we're gonna be that good. Hey Bron, you got 2 years left on that contract. After the deal is up, man, please get out of here. Anyway, let's get to another season. So this season, we were trash once again. LeBron won DPOY. That's cool and all, but it did not lead to wins. 27 wins on the year. Dominique is 37. LeBron James just turned 30, and we are in the draft lottery. Luckily, next off season, Bron will have the chance to test free agency, but in the meantime, we're looking for a good pick in the 97 draft that features T-Mac and Duncan. Oh my gosh, that was the pick we traded! You all are selling so bad. Oh my goodness, yeah, move the franchise to Alaska, please. We're done with this team. Disband the Atlanta Hawks. This is awful. The 2nd overall pick. So we traded 2 2nd overall picks for some 80 overall role players. We could have had T-Mac. We could have had Chauncey. Man, that just makes me so mad. Last year, your deal, Bron. You know what to do. Get out of here. We need the decision part 2 this time in the 1998 offseason. We need you to get out of here. Shaq wins MVP. 33-12 is insanity. LeBron another DPOY. But guess what? We were trash again. 36 wins. I guess a little bit better than last time. But maybe we can get a good pick in the draft. We really need one. Oh no, we have the 13th pick. Let's go, guys. We drafted Michael Dickerson. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, LeBron signed an extension during the season. I'm gonna let him play out this extension in Atlanta, but if things don't get better and he signs another deal, I'm forcing him to hit free agency, cause oh my gosh. Like bro, our 5th best player is a 74 overall. And shout out to Dominique, but man, 81 overall, and you are 38 years old, bro, taking up all our cap space. It's not looking good. Shaq is absolutely dominating the league, man. 32-13 for the 2nd season in a row. And it looks like Bron's DPOY streak is over. KG won it this time. Bron's on All-NBA 2nd team. He's 32. He's an old man. His team sucks. 19 wins is nuts, bro. You're LeBron James. And this year, the Grizzlies won the chip led by AI. We could have had Allen Iverson. But this year, we will have a chance at a top pick. This draft doesn't have anybody too crazy, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. Any type of talent would be really helpful. We have a 20% chance at the number 1 pick. And we land the number 2 pick. Alright, that's fine. Hopefully we can pick up somebody good here. First overall, the Spurs are going to take Shawn Marion. At 2, the Hawks are going to draft Elton Brand. Alright, I like Elton Brand. Nice little pickup for the team. 80 overall. Looks like he was the best player in the draft. Good pickup. Now that's how you draft correctly. If only we would have done that in better draft classes, we really would have been in business. Well, we might be in business anyway. We just picked up Rasheed Wallace. Okay, we could be building something here in Atlanta. We've got Elton Brand, who should get a lot better. We still have Bron, and Rasheed should be really nice for us as well. I'm hoping we can make it back to the playoffs this year. Another season in the books. Shaq is the greatest player of all time. LeBron James wins Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron was also on second team. I feel like we haven't heard from Michael Jordan in a minute. Is he even still in the league? Yeah, Mike is still in the league. He's on the Golden State Warriors right now. And Jordan has yet to win a championship. He has an impressive resume, but no MVPs and no rings. He's also 37, so he might be retiring soon. Anyways, it was another disappointing season in Atlanta. We just barely missed the playoffs this time though. And since we were the 9 seed, I don't really think we'll have a crazy pick in the draft or anything. Yeah, we ended up with the 13th pick, so we probably won't add anybody insane. Speedy Claxton, 5'11 PG. But we are seeing quite a bit of progression from the guys currently on our squad, so that's good to see. But if we don't see significant improvement over these next few years, I'm going to let LeBron enter free agency. Regardless of if he signs an extension or not, I'm going to force him to leave this team because things have been ugly these past few years. Another season in the books. AI wins MVP. You should have been a Hawk, man. Wow, Speedy Claxton won Rookie of the Year. W pick from us, I guess. 13th overall pick won Rookie of the Year. That's fire. LeBron did not make All-NBA. Maybe he's starting to get too old. We won 37 games, no playoffs once again. We have the 12th pick in the draft, so maybe we'll pick up a franchise-changing player. Let's go, we got Troy Murphy. And unless anything crazy happens, next summer, LeBron James will be leaving Atlanta. We can't have the old man wasting the final few years of his career, but maybe we're building something here in Atlanta. Elton Brand's starting to get really good. We'll see what we can do this year. If we're good, I'm not gonna force Bron to leave. Another season in the books. KG wins MVP this time. And I have to give it to the Atlanta Hawks. With so much pressure on the team to go out and win, LeBron's free agency looming, they went ahead and cooked. 53 wins on the year. LeBron signed a 4-year extension, and I'm gonna let him stay because it seems like things were going well for the team. For the first time in a long time, LeBron's gonna have a real chance to compete in the NBA playoffs. Round number 1, the Hawks are gonna be taking on the Miami Heat, and they get the dub. They're moving on to the second round against Philly, and they're up 3-1. Uh-oh, the Hawks are making noise. Don't blow the 3-1, Bron. The Sixers still have Charles Barkley. They've also got the glove. LeBron has played Barkley many times, and I think LeBron's gotten the best of him in a lot of their matchups, and Barkley was able to get the win. The exclamation point in Game 7, 36 points. LeBron only 16. Age might just be catching up to LeBron. But even if LeBron's age is catching up to him, he's got some good young teammates who might be able to pick up the slack and help this team continue to contend. Now, it's not like LeBron sucks or anything. He's still a 95 overall, and he's got 2 other 89s playing next to him. So we got a nice big 3 here in Atlanta. We'll see if we can get over the hump and make it back to the finals next year. Another season in the books, and last year was so good, but this year we kind of fell off. 41-41, missed the playoffs just barely. And headed into this upcoming season, LeBron James is down to a 93 overall at 36 years old. We'll see how much he has left in the tank and if he can lead the Hawks in what needs to be a bounce back season. Season is wrapped. Tim Duncan wins MVP. Man, Bron hasn't gotten any awards in so long. He's not even making All-NBA anymore. It's sad. And we missed the playoffs again. 39 wins on the year. And at age 37, LeBron is down to a 92 overall. I wonder if retirement is looming for James. The numbers are kind of getting bad, I can't lie to y'all. Season is wrapped. Tim Duncan wins another MVP. No All-NBA for LeBron. We're kind of getting used to that. And we won 33 games. LeBron, 13 points a night. It's getting tragic for Bron, man. But James does not want to retire just yet. He's got some more basketball left in him. Or so he thinks. This man is putting up some pretty bad numbers. Now Rasheed Wallace is the new best player on the team as LeBron goes down 2 more overalls. I don't really have high hopes for this team in terms of the playoffs. Anyway, let's get into another year. Another season in the books. Man, Tim Duncan's got about 1 million MVPs at this point. And again, we missed the playoffs. It's time to retire, old man. You're putting up 12 PPG. Apparently, LeBron thinks he's got another run in him. Who's gonna tell him he's washed? LeBron is now down to an 89 overall. Let's get to another year. LaWash James actually made the playoffs this year. It's not like he was playing any better in year 22, but we made it. And LeBron is finally ready to leave the game. He should have left about 4 years ago, bro. But hey, we got one last chance at a chip. 45 wins on the year makes us the 5 seed. Round number 1, we got the Boston Celtics. We were up 3-0, and now they're going to force Game 7. Bron, do not end your career by blowing a 3-0 lead. That would be terrible. And it looks like LeBron is going to end his career by blowing a 3-0 lead. In his last game, he puts up 13, 6, and 8, 4 of 13 shooting. And that is going to do it. After 22 years pro, LeBron James has retired. He won 1 championship, 4 MVPs, 1 Finals MVP, made 22 All-Star teams, 13 All-NBA first teams, and 2 All-NBA second teams. And probably the most impressive thing on his resume was the 9 DPOYs that he won. And even in this universe, LeBron finished first all time in scoring. He finished second in rebounds. He also finished first in assists, third in blocks, first in steals, and first in minutes. That's it for the video. Have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe.